Second PUC English Textbook Answers Springs Chapter 1 Romeo and Juliet. Book are answers. Karnataka State Board Solutions help you to revise complete syllabus and score more marks in your examinations.
You can download Romeo. Karnataka 2nd PUC English Textbook Answers. Answers Springs, Chapter 1 Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet questions and answers, notes, summary. Romeo and Juliet Comprehension. I. Question 1. The beauty is capable of enabling the torches to burn bright. C. Her beauty surpasses the brightness of a light. Answer, C. Her beauty surpasses the brightness of a light. The phrase, teach the torches to burn bright, suggests, A. Juliet's glow is brighter than the light of the torch. Question 2. For Earth too dear suggests that the lady's beauty is A. Divine, B. Rare, C. Expensive. Answer, divine. Question 3. The measure has done connotes the completion of A. Romeo's admiration of Juliet's beauty. B. The dance organized by Lord Capulet. C. The glorification of Juliet's charm. Answer, B. The dance organized by Lord Capulet. Question 4. The line, did my heart love till now, conveys A. Romeo feels he has fallen in love. B. Romeo has been attracted before. C. Romeo feels this is true love. Answer, C. Romeo feels this is true love. Question 5. The phrase new snow suggests A. love as pure as snow. B. Description of Romeo's charm. C. Juliet's discreet love for Romeo. Answer, B. Description of Romeo's charm. Question 6. What do you think the phrase face of heaven signifies? Answer, the phrase face of heaven signifies the moonlit night sky. Romeo and Juliet Comprehension 2. Question 1. What similes does Romeo use to convey Juliet's beauty, or Romeo's appreciation of Juliet's beauty? Beauty is expressed through images. Explain. Answer, Romeo uses two similes to describe Juliet's extraordinary beauty. The first simile is deployed in the lines. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. In these lines, the phrases cheek of the night and Ethiop's ear apparently refer to the darkness of the night personified as an African/Ethiopian lady. As we know, an African lady is black in complexion. Juliet stands out conspicuously amidst others in the dark night, lit up by torches in the room. There is a stark contrast between the bright and shining complexion of Juliet and the dark night. The second simile is deployed in the lines. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady o'er her fellows shows. In these lines, the comparison is between the snowy dove and the crows. Obviously Juliet is the snowy dove and the other ladies in the room are crows. Dove is a symbol of love and beauty. Crows have always been considered black and ugly. Naturally, for Romeo, Juliet is the personification of love and beauty. It also implies that the other ladies, including Rosalind, with whom he had fallen in love, appear ugly and gross to him. That is why he uses the phrase, her fellows, to describe them. These two similes highlight how enchanted Romeo is with her beauty. Question 2. How, according to Juliet, would Romeo be immortalized to the world? Or how does Juliet intend to make Romeo immortal? Or how does Juliet express her feelings about Romeo? Answer, In her invocation speech to Night 1, Juliet invokes Night, and along with Night, her Romeo also. To her, Romeo is the day in the night. It also implies that Romeo is her life, and so when the night falls, she imagines that he will come gliding upon the wings of night. In these lines, night is personified as a raven, and Romeo is likened to new snow on a raven's back. Juliet favors the arrival of the night because it is in the night that Romeo has promised to come. That is why Juliet praises night, calling it gentle night and loving black-browed night. Love belongs to Juliet now that she is married, but she does not own it, and she can tone love until Romeo possesses her. Once she gets her Romeo, she does not fear death. Like all mortals, Juliet begs fate to set him in heaven with the stars. His presence will make the face of heaven so beautiful that the world will fall in love with night, and the sun will no longer be worshipped. It also implies that their love will end in their tragic death because of the enmity that exists between the two families. Consequently, the world will come to know about the tragic death of the two lovers, and thus Romeo will be immortalized. Romeo and Juliet, Comprehension 3. Question 1. Comment on the contrasting imagery in the poem. What purpose does it serve in highlighting the intensity of love? Or how did Romeo and Juliet express their romantic love feelings to each other? Or both Romeo and Juliet employ contrasting images in their expression of appreciation and admiration for each other. Elaborate. Answer. The two stanzas in the poem, one by Romeo and the other by Juliet, highlight the intensity of love of the young lovers. This intensity of love is brought out by using the contrasting imagery of night and day, black and white, bright jewel and a dark surface, snowy dove, etc. Factually speaking, the words bright and night appear in Romeo's praise of Juliet's brightness when he sees her for the first time in the feast hosted by Lord Capulet. Romeo uses the phrase snowy dove to refer to and to distinguish Juliet from other ladies in the room. Romeo uses the word crows to refer to the other ladies in the room. Furthermore, Romeo compares Juliet's brightness with a rich jewel hanging upon the cheek of an Ethiope seer. Romeo uses these words to highlight her beauty. It also symbolizes the emotional intensity that he shows towards Juliet. Similarly, Juliet uses the phrase day in the night and whiter than new snow on a raven's back to refer to Romeo. Secondly, she uses the words stars in the night sky to refer to Romeo. Literally speaking, both the meetings between Romeo and Juliet take place at night. Secondly, their meeting has to be a closely guarded secret because of the hostility and the enmity that exists between the two rival families, the Montagues and the Capulets. When Romeo goes to the Capulet****'s party, he goes wearing a mask at night. Similarly, he promises to meet Juliet in her chamber on the wedding night, so as not to be seen by anyone. That is why the word night symbolically stands for secrecy, and furthermore, when I shall die and cut him out in little stars, and heaven are expressions that clearly refer to death and immortality. Thus, the playwright is hinting that the secret love affair between the two rivals will culminate in the tragic death of Romeo and Juliet. It can also be inferred that probably Juliet has a premonition of their impending death because of the fatal attraction between them and the enmity that exists between the two families. Thus, the contrasting imagery serves to highlight the intensity of their love. Question 2. Between Romeo and Juliet, whose love, do you think, is more passionate and intense? Answer.